Notwithstanding the disaster that's occurring in the Middle East, Biden's lack of any real response to Iranian proxies and what it's doing directed by Tehran, the lack of an opportunity to take out the nuclear facilities, now is the time to do it if you're going to do it, his cowardice, but also his initial cowardice with regard to Russia and the invasion of Ukraine. What was his first response, along with the hapless European allies? To put sanctions on Russia. What did this cause? As I predicted, a dislocation in markets around the world. They've never worked. Only once have they ever worked with South Africa and apartheid. But now we have the emergence of something called BRICS. I'm not talking about very much by experts or others or the media. Not even Fox News talks about it. Of course, they just try to exploit whatever the issue is of the day. BRICS is an alternative currency to the dollar. It was caused by Russia, by China, by Iran, by many other countries, and now even Saudi Arabia has joined it and other countries as well. It has reduced the importance of the dollar in international trade. This will significantly harm the economy of the United States, make it even worse, and it was caused by the sanctions on Russia because Russia needed a means to get currency, local currency, to deal in that, and not the dollar, because they were cut off from using the dollar. Yes, Joe Biden, you're not only a criminal, you're not only brain dead, but you're stupid, unbelievably stupid, and you've harmed the American people, and you must go now. You know, you're also a traitor, because given your condition, notwithstanding your lack of intelligence, which I checked recently, he's barely above retarded in terms of IQ, but notwithstanding that, the fact that you remain in office and you're incapable of serving with regard to your health, your dementia, or whatever's coming on, whether it's Alzheimer's or a stroke or whatever, if you cared about the United States, you would step down. You don't care at all. The only thing you care about is yourself, your wife, your son, your brother, and your family, all of whom are criminals. And you're hoping to keep power so your Justice Department won't move against them. Well, I got news for you. You don't have to keep power for that reason, because the Republicans wouldn't do anything either. Believe me, they had the chance. Even during the Trump administration, they had the chance. They did nothing. They don't do it because it's mutual assured destruction in Washington, D.C. You go against me, I'll go against you. So we have an agreement that we can basically crook the American people and deceive the American people and defraud the American people, and we'll get fat, rich, and happy. Well, I'm going to put up a little clip from the rebellion in France of 1832, which was the precursor to the French Revolution in 1789. I want you to watch it. It reminds you a lot of January 6th. That's the reason for January 6th. It was not an insurrection. It was an uprising, like the French in 1832. We saw the corruption in our so-called government. We saw it in the context of the 2020 fraudulent elections that put a moron and criminal in power of this country, who has now imposed a virtual dictatorship over all of us, using his Gestapo of a Justice Department to not just terrorize January 6th peaceful protesters, but everyone. Warning to keep our mouths shut, to not rise up. Well, I got news for everyone. Now is the time, peacefully and legally, to take this country back, to wage the second American Revolution. As I write about in my book, It Takes a Kind of Revolution, Wake Up America, which you can get at freedomwatchusa.org, Amazon, and all major booksellers. Please take it seriously. Stop partying on and join Freedom Watch and contribute with tax-deductible contributions, because we are your Justice Department. And we have another group, America's Sheriff. You can see the hat that I'm wearing to protect the police. We saw what happened in New York City with illegal immigrants attacking the police. We need to stand in the stead for our law enforcement officers, who, by the way, are being asked to arrest Joe Biden pursuant to his conviction for robbery from Communist China, Ukraine, and Russia in a Freedom Watch citizens grand jury, citizens trial, and citizens sentences. So go to freedomwatchusa.org. Now is the time to rise up. The latest casualty of this criminal moron is the US dollar, which no longer has the same standing that it used to have, and it's going to harm our economy and our country significantly. Many, many countries in the world have now joined BRICS, BRICKS. Check it out. It's not being reported very much, but the Wall Street Journal just today said the dollar is going down, and so will our economy. China and other countries will be using BRICS rather than the US dollar. God bless you. God bless your family. God bless America. Remember, the Father and Son will only help us if we help ourselves. Go to freedomwatchusa.org, join our Justice League, and help us take this country back and save it. I'll be back tomorrow with another special podcast. Until then, thank you for listening to me.